Ah yes, the great American dream. We're pretty sure we all want to suddenly have millions of dollars to the point of not even knowing what to do with it. Though incredibly rare, it's completely possible. What people fail to comprehend ahead of time is that suddenly becoming rich comes with great responsibility. For today's video, let's pretend for at least 10 minutes that you're as rich as Elon Musk or Warren Buffett. Maybe you've inherited a fortune from someone who just died, or your gambling actually paid off. Who knows? The point is, you can buy a house or a car in a snap. So when you get the scenario up and running, buckle up and let's talk about the things you must do if you suddenly become filthy rich. Of course, like and subscribe to help us beat the YouTube algorithm. If you're done with that, let's get started. There's nothing like getting easy money. Just imagine 6, 7, 8 digits or more all in your grasp. Sadly though, there comes a burden with this blessing. The bigger your wealth, the bigger your stress is. Did you know that there's even a stress-related disorder called sudden wealth syndrome? Yes, we've looked into it and it's actually a thing. This is a term coined by psychologist Stephen Goldbart. The symptoms include persistent thoughts about money, anxiety and depression resulting from stock market volatility, feelings of extreme guilt, and poor decision-making when you feel undeserving of wealth and identity confusion. This results in a scenario that isn't too rare. We've seen and heard countless stories about lottery winners who lost their money as quick as they've earned it, or maybe even former professional athletes or actors that struggle to pay their monthly rent. Whether you've won the lottery or inherited immense wealth, it's essential to know how to keep and grow your wealth responsibly. Here are some tips to help you achieve that. Number 1. Don't broadcast it. After finding out that you've suddenly hit the jackpot, this should be your topmost priority. Zip that mouth. You might have the urge to share the good news to a lot of people, especially to your family or to that one person that told you you're never going to amount to anything. Nothing amounts to the taste of sweet revenge, right? But let us tell you this, that's the dumbest thing you can do. Your new wealth may attract new friends, and estranged family members may pop out of nowhere. Also, depending on the amount of new wealth, you may find yourself exposed to frivolous lawsuits and threats. Your friends and family may ask you for help or to participate in financial dealings in which you don't want to be or shouldn't be involved with. Other friends or family may even become envious or treat you differently. Then there's the worst of the lot, scam artists or criminals who go after you. Maybe you've heard of kidnap and ransom insurance before. Sadly, at least 2 lottery winners have turned up murdered after winning the lottery. You see, you're no longer someone insignificant, so your privacy matters now more than ever. Of course, you don't have to keep it a secret forever. There's always a time for everything, but don't scream about it to just about everyone. Number 2. Count the money. Offer some time to count the money all by yourself. Sit down with a trusted individual or your significant other and read every piece of paper linked with the boon carefully. There will be lots of legal wording and fine print. Take your time and read through it all. Highlight areas that you're confused with. Make use of the internet to research terms and entire phrases. Smart internet marketers will have purchased many of the words and phrases you'll be searching for, so steer clear of the highlighted links and links that appear to be separated from the others. Don't give out your name or other identifying information. By doing this task, you'll be better prepared for the next step. Number 3 would be, don't quit your job. Well, don't quit your job just yet. You might be itching to do this for the longest time. It's the first and biggest domino in a series of events that will plummet you down to your personal bankruptcy. We're not made to be unproductive. Even the laziest person on earth needs something to do. If you're not working, you'll be left with nothing to do but chip away on your wealth. Although the satisfaction of flipping your finger off to your annoying boss's face is enormous, you'll come to realize that the way you perceive work has changed. There's a shift in the balance of power. Now you have the option to walk away if needed. With that being said, keep going to your day job and live life as it normally was. Number 4. Assemble your team of professionals. Massive amounts of money should be treated as a business. You can begin your search of competent professionals in a lot of places, but dodge anyone with a personal connection you don't fully trust. Take time to know something about their practice, like wealth and complexity of current clients, and ask for references to similar clients or cases they have dealt with. These steps are helpful and simple, but they are not enough. You'll definitely must check their background. There's no reason to leave out the significant step since it is free and easy. Your state bar association can provide disciplinary information on attorneys, the state of board of accountancy can provide information on accountants, the financial industry regulatory authority and the Securities and Exchange Commission can provide disciplinary information on investment professionals, as can your state's financial and insurance regulator. Combine this with research on the websites of their professional organization like the CFP Board for financial planners and the AICPA for CPAs, where you can learn about violations of each organization's standards of conduct. Also, offer some time to research their names and corporate identifiers at the county clerk's website to learn about liens, foreclosures, and judgments. Last but not least, an internet search of their names or business names and identities of partners can be useful in assisting you to create a picture of this person as a professional. Be sure to review engagement letters carefully and be very clear on fees. If someone tells you the work is free, be sure that it is free and they are not getting paid some other way which they are not disclosing. Number 5. Create a comprehensive financial and life plan. A number of organizations preach about their ability to do this. They show appealing pictures of couples frolicking in a field of flowers or smiling under the sunset. It definitely sets the right tone for the conversation. Despite this, their plans may be cookie cutter, storytelling, and the solution they offer may be no more customized than they are for anyone else. In the end, some standardization is okay. Years of research have taught us important lessons about investing, and those lessons can yield low cost, highly efficient portfolios that meet an investor's risk tolerance and long-term needs. However, it should not be forgotten that your needs have to be prioritized. The factors are more than just financial measures. You'll need to be clear on the amount of income you would like, but also the type of life you would like, and if applicable, the charities you hope to impact. Depending on the amount of wealth, you move from sufficiency thinking to stewardship of the assets. Number 6. Don't make large purchases. Don't get too absorbed with the idea of being rich. You still have to take care of taxes, pay debts, maybe even go on a little vacation, but don't go all the way. Consult with the professional team we suggested before. If the amount you established is important to your prior situation, take the time to consider your good fortune. You can literally blow millions of dollars in hours or days, which is why it's imperative to evade the urge to go immediately buy up all the things you thought you wanted but can easily live without. Buying homes, exotic cars, planes, yachts, luxury goods, jewelry, collectibles, and other toys can add up rapidly. There are plenty of things that require ongoing fees, maintenance, tax, or insurance, and many require a staff of people to keep them up. Some people who are ignorant of their newfound wealth don't get satisfied by merely buying one or two things, but they go crazy with endless buying binges that could break them in the future. It is important to avoid the temptation to become an instant high roller or to live too large. Setting a budget and making contingency plans won't hurt. Things may go wrong, and choosing the right route can help you maintain acceptable income for many years. You'll need to think about all the spending habits and aspects of your life. After that, consider things like how inflation and basic price changes will play out over time, knowing that costs tend to rise through time. Now for the hardest part of making a budget: living within the limits. Number 7. Make your money work for you. This is where your financial advisory, lawyers, and tax pros cumulatively are going to help you, and it lays the foundation for all of your contingencies inside of a budget. Some people who quickly become super rich change very little about their lives. Some even keep working every day. But for those who will quit work entirely, or for the most part, it's important to consider the phrase, "it takes money to make money." Individuals can only earn so much per hour from work, and there are only so many hours one can work each day. With a budget, knowing what you can reasonably buy, and dealing with advisors, letting your newfound capital earn money is crucial. Otherwise, you could foolishly spend it all rather quickly, even if by accident. The rule of thumb in the past was that investors could expect as much as 8% returns from the stocks, but it may be much less now. Last but not least, know yourself and your limitations. With a team of professionals trying to keep your life set for the years or decades ahead, it is very important to be smart about your own limitations and skills. Again, becoming rich comes with responsibility. Making a smart investment or having a liquidity event at work does not always mean you're a master of money and finance. It is important to know how to protect yourself ahead of time if people come asking for your money, because chances are high that someone you know will. It is also important to know if you're an impulse buyer rather than a shopper with discipline. Is the difference between a coach airplane ticket and first-class fare always worth it? Are you better off leasing or buying a car or renting a home versus buying? Does every new business idea you hear sound like the best investment in the world? These are all subjective things that people have to consider, and being unrealistic about your limitations will put your future at risk. Well, that's about it for today's video. For those who finished it all throughout, we hope you win the lottery soon, or oddly enough, get inheritance. Although we owe no accountability for who dies though. Just kidding. Leave a like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.